Have you ever felt like your soul was crying out, but no one could hear it? Like something deep within you is being silenced, even in your sleep. What if I told you that the position you sleep in, the way your legs fold when you're unconscious, might be cutting off not just your comfort but your connection to the divine? This isn't a bedtime habit, it's a spiritual signal. And if you're a chosen one, you can't afford to ignore it. When you sleep with your legs curled up tight, your body isn't just seeking safety, it's retreating, it's surrendering. But you weren't made to shrink. You were made to expand, to receive, to rise. And maybe, just maybe, the reason you've been waking up heavy, confused, or feeling like your dreams are slipping through your fingers is because your soul is being compressed by your own unconscious posture. This is not a coincidence. This is a message. And if your spirit has been restless lately, this could be why. Before we dive into the truth behind this powerful revelation, I want to invite you to do 3 things. Like this video if something already moved in you. Subscribe if you feel called to deeper truths. And comment 99 below if your spirit knows this number carries divine awakening. Because 9 is the number of completion. And when it doubles, it means your old cycle is done. And your higher self is ready to emerge. Now stay with me. What I'm about to tell you could shift not just how you sleep, but how you live. You are not your body, but your body is sacred. It's not just skin, bones, and blood. It's a living transmitter, constantly sending and receiving energy. Every breath you take, every movement you make, even in your sleep, communicates with the spiritual realm. And yet, most people have no idea that their bedroom becomes a battlefield every single night, especially for you, the chosen. When you curl into yourself in the fetal position, you're not just seeking comfort. You're unconsciously reenacting a posture of fear, of hiding, of spiritual contraction. That position, knees pulled in, arms guarding the chest, mimics the moment of deepest vulnerability in human life, the womb. But you are no longer being formed. You are being summoned, and the universe is asking, why are you still sleeping like you're afraid of the world you were born to change? Because here's what they don't tell you, the way your body folds in. The dark speaks volumes to the light. Your soul hears that posture and interprets it as not ready, still wounded, still hiding. But the chosen ones were never meant to fold. You were meant to stand, to rise, to stretch toward the stars even while unconscious. Every night is a spiritual invitation, and when your body curls in on itself, you close the gates, you shut down the flow. You miss the downloads, the dreams, the protection that flows best through an open vessel. And that's exactly what the darkness wants. For you to remain in a cycle of subtle surrender. To look for comfort instead of alignment. But here's the part most will never understand. Your body holds ancient memory. It reacts not just to your day, but to your destiny. And when your calling grows too big for your current posture, your spirit starts to rebel. Maybe that's why you've been restless. Maybe that's why you wake up feeling like you've traveled. But remember nothing, like something came to you in the night, but couldn't enter, because the gate was closed. So ask yourself, when you lie down at night, are you shrinking to survive, or stretching to awaken? We're only getting started. What comes next will explain why this posture isn't just symbolic. It's energetically dangerous for the chosen ones. And it might reveal why you felt disconnected. Even from your own dreams, stay with me. You may not realize it, but the way your legs fold at night is whispering secrets about your soul. Not to others, but to the universe. When you pull your legs in, when your knees come closer to your chest, you're not just changing your shape, you're containing your energy. And what happens to energy when it's trapped? It stops flowing. It stagnates. It dims. This isn't about sleep comfort. This is about spiritual suffocation. Your legs represent movement, action, forward, motion. But when they curl inward, you symbolically tell the cosmos, I'm not ready to move. I need to hide a little longer. Please don't see me yet. And that silent message doesn't just stay in the room. It echoes across frequencies, across dimensions, and eventually, it reaches your destiny. Because your root chakra, the core of your grounding, safety, and survival, lies at the base of your spine. It's your energetic anchor to this world, but when your legs pull in, you compress it. You suffocate your stability. You restrict your ability to draw power from the earth and stand firm in your path. The result? You wake up feeling uncertain, unsettled, disconnected. Not because you're broken, but because your energy never got the chance to stretch, flow, and rise. Your aura, that invisible field of protection and magnetism that surrounds your body, it doesn't just depend on what you think or feel. It responds to how you treat your physical form. And when you curl in, night after night, your aura begins to fade, to thin, to leak. You start attracting confusion instead of clarity, resistance instead of flow. And your spiritual downloads? The dreams that once lit your path, the visions that guided your choices, they begin to disappear, like mist evaporating before dawn. But here's the twist. The universe hasn't stopped speaking. Your guides haven't stopped watching. The messages haven't been revoked. They're still trying to reach you. But your signal is blocked. Your antenna is folded inward. So tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself, what am I still afraid to face? What part of me is still curled up, waiting to be safe enough to expand? Because the truth is, some of you aren't just sleeping curled up. You're living that way. And until you shift that, your spirit will keep knocking, and your dreams will keep silently slipping away. But the next part, the next revelation will show you the exact posture that unlocks your spiritual channels, and why it changes everything. Don't look away. There's a moment just before sleep when your body whispers a truth your mind can't hide. And in that stillness, your posture becomes a prayer, not with words, but with energy. An open posture while you sleep isn't just a preference. It's a declaration. It tells the universe, I am no longer afraid. I am ready to receive what is mine. When your limbs stretch, even slightly. When your chest isn't guarded. When your legs are relaxed and your spine is free. Your soul isn't just resting, it's expanding, reaching. Because the spirit doesn't need effort. It needs space. And in that space, something sacred happens. The flow begins, not of blood, not of breath, but of visions, of messages, of divine downloads that only enter when the channel is clear. You begin to dream, not the chaotic noise of the mind, but dreams that carry weight, symbols that glow, scenes that stick with you days after waking, because they weren't just dreams, they were visits from angels, from guides, from the version of you that already exists in the higher realms, waiting for you to catch up. That's what happens when the spirit senses openness. It enters, it speaks, it aligns. Your bed becomes your altar, your body becomes your temple, and in that sacred stillness, heaven draws near. But here's what most people will never know. Divine energy is sensitive. It doesn't force itself into a clenched space. It hovers. It waits. It watches your posture to know if your soul is willing. Because God never intrudes. He invites. And your openness is the RSVP. That's why the chosen can't afford to sleep carelessly. Because their rest is never just rest. It's ritual. And if your body says yes, the universe answers louder. Open posture opens portals, your breath deepens, your spirit stabilizes, your dreams shift from chaos to clarity. You begin to see patterns, receive warnings, get instructions, and suddenly, what once felt like random sleep becomes sacred strategy. But here's the part no one expects. The moment you open your body, you don't just receive light, you attract attention from the unseen, from both sides. And in the next part, I'll reveal why sleeping open can awaken your gifts, but also stir what's been watching in silence. Because openness is powerful, and power always draws something closer. For the chosen ones, night is not silence. It's initiation. It's the hour when the noise of the world fades, and the voice of the spirit grows louder. You've felt it, haven't you? That strange heaviness when you lie down, as if unseen forces begin to stir the moment your eyes close. Or the pull. That deep pull to stay awake just a little longer, because your soul knows. The night is not just rest. It's recalibration. It's when your spirit leaves the physical and walks between realms. It's when your ancestors whisper, your guides gather, and your destiny is adjusted. But here's what no one told you growing up. While others sleep to escape, you sleep to transform. Your dreams aren't random flickers of imagination. They are portals, sacred messages disguised as stories, codes embedded in images, answers hidden in symbols. And if your posture, your energy, your openness isn't in alignment, you miss them. You wake up wondering why you feel off, why your intuition feels clouded, why your progress feels delayed. And the reason is simple. You didn't enter the gate. Because for the chosen, every night is a doorway. To healing, to messages, to strategy for the battles ahead, to reminders of who you truly are. That's why your rest must be intentional. Not just when you fall asleep, but how you fall asleep. Your position, your state of mind, your spiritual frequency. Because if your body sleeps like the wounded, your spirit will awaken like the weary. But if your body sleeps like the warrior, open, grounded, aligned, you rise like the anointed, and you begin to notice the shift. You stop waking up in confusion. You wake up with clarity, purpose, and an unshakable sense that something divine moved through you in the night. And here's the secret most never uncover. Spiritual warfare often happens while you're unconscious, and posture is your armor, your shield, your statement. So now ask yourself, when you lay your head down tonight, are you preparing for escape or for elevation? Because in the final part of this message, I'm going to show you how a single change in your sleep ritual can unlock your next spiritual level and protect you from what hunts the chosen in the dark. You're almost there. Don't blink. Everything can change tonight, not next week, not when you feel ready, not when the stars align or the timing feels perfect. Tonight. Because true power is never waiting, it's already knocking. And here's the truth the world ignores. You don't need a ceremony. You don't need candles, rituals, or complicated steps. You just need one thing: alignment. Stretch your legs, not for comfort, but for courage. Straighten your spine, not for posture, but for purpose. Breathe deeper, not just into your lungs, but into the places your soul has forgotten to visit. These aren't small acts. They are signals to your higher self, to the divine realm, to everything watching in silence, wondering, is the chosen one ready now? And the moment your body shifts, your energy shifts. You go from guarded to grounded, from hidden to seen, from surviving to receiving. Because the spirit speaks through the physical. When your body tells the universe, I trust you, your spirit begins to attract what was already on its way: protection, revelation, acceleration. Even your DNA listens. Your cells begin vibrating differently. Your aura starts to rebuild. Your intuition sharpens. That small adjustment, that decision to sleep stretched, open, aligned, becomes a new spiritual frequency. And suddenly, the messages return. The visions intensify. The fear dissolves. You wake up lighter, more certain. And every morning after becomes a launch pad, not a recovery. But here's where most stop. They try it once, then forget. But the chosen don't operate like that. Because once you know the truth, you're responsible for how you carry it. This is no longer about sleep. It's about your mission, your impact, your legacy. So tonight, when you lay down, don't just fall asleep. Enter alignment with your body, your spirit, your destiny. Because in the final words of this message, you will receive the spiritual charge to seal this awakening. And once you hear it, you won't be able to sleep the old way ever again. So now I ask you, how have you been sleeping really? Not just with your body, but with your soul. Have you been curling into fear or stretching into faith? Have you been shrinking out of habit or expanding in preparation for greatness? Because listen closely. The way you sleep is the way you believe, and the way you believe is the way you rise. Chosen one, you were never meant to fold. You were never meant to retreat, not even in the silence of night. You are the storm the darkness fears, the light that cannot be dimmed, the spirit that refuses to sleep small. So tonight, stretch toward your destiny. Open your body like you're opening a portal. Lie down like you're entering the throne room of heaven. Let your breath become a prayer. Let your stillness become strength. Let your rest become revelation. Because when a chosen one sleeps in alignment, angels are dispatched, destinies are confirmed, chains break in the unseen, and when you rise as more than human. You rise as the called, as the marked, as the unstoppable. So take this seriously. This is not a video. It's a spiritual command. Tonight, don't just go to sleep. Go to war with every lie that told you to stay small. And if this message pierced your spirit, comment below. I sleep in divine alignment. Let the universe hear it. Let the darkness feel it. Let your soul remember it. Because you were never created to shrink. You were made to shine, to expand, to awaken. And from this night forward, you will never sleep the same again. This is your rebirth. This is your shift. This is your calling. Sleep like a chosen one. Rise like a legend. And let the world feel your awakening.